we are in the LA Body Art home of tattoo superstars, and that is really the truth today. We've got guest artists coming. We've got Bobby Wright, we've got Creepy Chris, Tommy's here in the day, I'm here at night, but we are, right now, we have the legendary, from New Orleans, Louisiana, one of the first tattooing females, probably one of the first tattooists, Jacci Gresham. What the heck are you doing over here, girl?
Visiting you, of course.
I know, it's kind of crazy when you leave your own hometown and you go to another tattoo studio. What do you think? Things are different over here?
I believe they are, definitely. I think you're a little bit busier than I am, to be honest with you.
Well, tattooing's different all over the world right now. And what they're saying about Mobile, Alabama is they're putting the whole business on a spectrum of the whole United States. They're saying that as far as the recession goes, Alabama is one of the better states for industry. So, you know, the tattoo industry, I've got friends calling me all over the world. You've got people calling you. Everybody's slow, but you know, the one thing that I don't think people understand is that you have to cater to the times. And, I mean, I'm sure you've seen your first shop, what the minimum was probably $20?
I think it was less than that. I think it was more like around $15.
I think it's really neat when you see somebody in their 70s, even early 80s, and they have a tattoo and they say that they paid 50 cents for the tattoo.
Yeah, well, and then they want to pay 50 cents again. That's the problem.
They do. They really do. But something that we're doing over here is we're giving group specials. We're giving group discounts. Because, you know, getting tattooed is something that you don't want to do by yourself. I mean, in all reality, I always got tattooed by myself, you know, and still do. But as you notice, people come in groups. I think tattooing's become really a social affair. How have you seen it change throughout the years?
Well, what I've seen that you didn't quite mention was sometimes they have families coming, and all the members of the families will get tattooed, 3 or 4 of them anyway. And that's kind of nice.
You so hit that on the head, because I'm tattooing my clients' children now. And I'm not going to bring your age up, but you got to be tattooing 3 or 4 generations of family.
Yeah, I got grandchildren now tattooed. You know,
like I said, I'm going to leave the age question alone because I don't want to be asked myself. I got a birthday coming up next month. But, Jackie, what year did you start tattooing?
I started tattooing, originally I started tattooing around 72, but I started in New Orleans in 76.
So, in other words, I wasn't
a long time.
You were laying down tattoos when I was about 1 year old.
Yeah, I was tattooing.
And, tell me, were there women tattooing? And not only women, were there black women tattooing?
No black women, and I think I'm one among the first 3 or 4 to start women tattooing.
You are definitely on the history books. I mean, for sure, and especially for New Orleans. You know, we have a lot of friends of ours go over to New Orleans, and I can recognize tattoos from your shop a mile away, especially the lettering. And gosh, have I tried getting your lettering down for years. I mean, our lettering's still different, and I've tried.
Right.
But you know, when I see a tattoo, I can say art accent. But a lot of people, once upon a time, there was tattooing in the quarter, but there's not anymore. What was the reasoning of the laws for that?
What had happened in the tattoo shop that was in the quarter was a biker group, and I believe there was some kind of confrontation between the groups, and the shop got firebound, and you can't have firebound in the French Quarter. It doesn't work.
Not even if you over-insure.
Right.
So the truth is when people go to the quarter, you're just a walk away. You're not far at all.
I'm really actually on the edge of the quarter. I'm right on the edge.
So if somebody's on Bourbon Street,
3 blocks away.
You're just 3 blocks away. Name a street that they can think in their brain. So when they're over there for Mardi Gras, when they're over there for Essence, Voodoo Fest is coming up. What are you going to be doing for Voodoo Fest? You got to hook our Mobile people up now, because a lot of people love Voodoo Fest.
I think we're going to do a booth in Voodoo Fest this year. We're going to go out there and actually work it. We're just working at the shop.
I think that is an awesome idea. And there's also a tattoo convention that goes on over there. Are they still having that this year?
Yes, they will be there. It must be right around the 31st. They'll be there for sure.
Okay, so whenever you're there and you're seeing anything to do with tattooing, you got to look for art accent. Now, Jackie here is on MySpace. What do you think about these computers in the tattoo world?
I think it's an asset because more people get to view the talent that you have.
You know, it's a way to showcase your art.
Yeah.
It's a way for people all over the world to see. People, you know, back in the 70s and the 80s, did they travel over states and even out of the country to search out for a specific tattoo artist?
I think they did a little bit. You know, I went to see Ed Hardy, you know, the legendary T-shirt guy. I actually have a tattoo by him.
You know.
So I flew to California to get that.
I think you need to photograph the tattoo and put it on a T-shirt. So
Right, what's left of it.
Yeah. I watched Ed Hardy set up at a convention in Tucson, Arizona. It was Dennis Dwyer. And actually, heck, I was in Ed Hardy's studio back in 1997. And I was at Tattoo City in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And I was running between Wild Fellow Shop and Ed Hardy Shop. And the rule was you didn't mention either shop at either shop.
Right. That's exactly it.
And so, you know, it's been quite interesting because, you know, even young tattooers, Ed Hardy, all they know is they've got the T-shirt. And I was watching Ed tattoo back in 1997.
And I was ahead of you by 20 years.
Exactly.
You know?
And you know, Jackie and I, I remember the first time we met at a convention. I'll never forget it because I always wanted to meet you because I never, even when I started tattooing, women were not tattooing. And you were this tall woman, you were striking, and you were a black lady, and I did not forget you. And every time I went through New Orleans, I was like, we need to go to that shop. We need to go to that shop. And we met at the Halloween convention in New Orleans.
Right, exactly. I remember. Because we were both right beside each other, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and I was just young and dumb and didn't know nothing, and I was tattooing.
Right. And wore great outfits. That's what I remember about you.
Well, you know what? I'm having a birthday come up, and I'm going to start wearing great outfits again. I'm having a midlife crisis.
Yeah, a midlife crisis at 30. Gotta love it.
And another thing is that, you know, we've been back home. LA Body Art's been back home on the Parkway. We've been back a year and 3 or 4 months now. And this is exactly where I cut my teeth. I was here in 1992. I was in the location across the street.
Right. I came over to visit you there.
That's right. And, you know, a lot of people, it's funny, that have known me throughout my whole career that know I'm back, they all say, wow, you should have never left. And they were right. I love my neighborhood, Maysville, Birdville, down on the bay. Thank you guys. We love you. You know, you definitely made us what we are today, and you're always welcome in the studio. We have so much fun here. And you lost one of your home shops with Hurricane Katrina.
Right.
One of my favorite shops that you had.